As a graduate, I've turned down work while being unemployed. Let me say that again because I need to hear myself say it. I have no job, I need money, and I've still said no to jobs because I felt they were beneath me. How the hell does that happen? Young in job hunting like me, you know the routine. You polish the CV, you send it into the void, you refresh your email like it owes you money. Nothing. But finally, after the days and all the checks, just seeing emails from LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Indeed, Career Junction, Pnets, Career 24, yes, even come to jobs. You get that one automated message from a job application you forgot you applied for. You get to inform you. I close the email, resume scrolling TikTok. I've been in that cycle for almost 2 years now. I've applied for internships, learnerships, junior positions, somehow even intermediate positions. I've done everything they tell you to do. And somewhere in that waiting, something strange happened. Instead of getting humbler, I got prouder. But here's the part I don't like admitting. Opportunities did come, just not the ones I want. Garbage collector, waiter, cashier, dog walker, you name it. And in my head, I tell myself, or I never get around to applying. I told myself I was still weighing my options. Like I had any. I tell myself 4 years of student loans, early days, late nights, graduation. I didn't come this far to end up doing that. That sentence felt like standards. But now I'm slowly starting to realize it was an entitlement wearing a nicer outfit. So now, where the hell does this feeling come from? I've been sitting with this and I keep landing on three things. One, the story was sold. Our whole lives were told work hard, get through high school, get the qualification, and doors will open. The formula, in short. So when the doors don't open, it just doesn't feel unlucky. It feels like a broken promise. And when you feel owed something, saying no to lesser work, waiting for something that was promised to you 2,000 years ago and not getting it, feels like injustice. But no one actually signed their contract with me. The world never agreed to those terms, and I just assumed it did. Two, the audience in my head. If I'm honest, part of why I said no to these jobs is because of a few things. Maybe an ex classmate comes walking into the shop while I'm behind the till. Family asking, "So is this is what you're doing now?" Coming across that high school teacher that's always thought little of me. But the main one for me, if I'm really being honest, is laziness. I wasn't protecting my future. I was protecting my image, my comfort, my pride. That's a difference. And it took me way too long to see it. I wasn't protecting my future. I was protecting my image, my comfort, my pride. Three, the fear underneath. This is the deepest one I feel. I think part of me believed that if I took the low level job, I'll get stuck there. That accepting it meant becoming it. The temporary would quietly be permanent, and my dream would die in an apron or a uniform. But here's what I've noticed while doing nothing. My dream isn't exactly thriving while scrolling on TikTok either. Pride doesn't pay the Wi Fi. Potential doesn't cook, and the gap on my CV is growing whether I feel superior to it or not. And at 22 years of age, 22 years of age, it gets to a point where blaming everything but myself doesn't cut it anymore. But let me be fair to myself because this isn't all in my head. The job market is shit for young people here. It is brutal. I've lost count of how many applications I've put out there or how many times I've turned a flipping simple task into a badge of honor for a LinkedIn post. The struggle is real and I'm not making that up. But the struggle being real doesn't make my entitlement useful. All things are true, the system is hard, and my attitude has been making it harder. I can't fix the first one, I can only work on the second. So now, inferring all this, realizing all of this struggle within me, what do I do with it? I'm learning the difference between standards and entitlement. Standards say I'm working towards something better, and everything I do, including this till job, gardening, walking the dog, cashier, whatever, is fuel for that. Entitlement says I shouldn't have to do this at all. Same job, completely different person doing it. I'm learning that a low level job is only a life sentence if I stop moving. A job can fund the dream instead of replacing it. That's partly why this channel exists. I'm done. I'm done with the laziness, the entitlement, the waiting for permission to build something. And I'm learning to ask myself a harder question. Not, is this job good enough for me? but am I doing enough with the time I have now? Because the most entitled thing I've ever did wasn't turning down work. It was believing my future was owed to me while I did nothing to build it. Nobody owes me my flippin' future. 4 seconds of silence. That's why I am still figuring it all out. I realized I read I realized I read something instead. I read the wrong thing. But yeah, anyways, if you've been in the same place, turning down work you secretly felt was beneath you, or taking that work and wrestling with the shame of it, we're on the same ship or we're on the same boat. I think it's the same ship or same boat. I forgot how the saying goes. Either way, I clearly don't have the high ground. But hey, I just recently applied for a waiter position near home. I'm still waiting for a reply. So where I am now that I need answer, this is my first video, and you better get used to not getting neat answers because I'm just figuring it all out.